perfect circle is partly defined by the pi ratio of its circumference to diameter. But is every pizza a perfect pizza pie? We may never know, but today we'll add some pizzazz to our moveset with the Dragon's Wing block. Let's get to it. Trigger! King Dragon's Wing block from the top. Two parts to this. The first part, we got a new stance here. This is the long stance. Fairly similar to the front stance and where our weight is positioned, but much narrower. Notice that in my stance here, I'm in one straight line, as opposed to the width that we had with the front stance. My foot alignment is going to be slightly on angle, not on line here. That's going to be pretty hard to try to balance. Let's get to the actual block. Now, I was just thinking about this earlier. This is actually the first technique that we're going to be throwing, where we're throwing both hands at the same time and creating a technique with both hands. Now, obviously, we talked about the two-handed concept and how we always use both hands when creating power and creating a move, but this is the first move where we're actually using both hands to form one technique here, and a full technique all around. Let's start with the loaded position. I tell you what, before we get into the loaded position, let's talk about our hand placement. So we have our knife hand, which is going to be going down low, and our ridge hand, which is going to be going up high. Now we get to the loaded position. So I'm going to be loading my knife hand up high since it's going low, and my ridge hand down low since it's going up high. Notice I have like a low block going here with my knife hand, and what's actually called an inner forearm block up here with my ridge hand. We have our high-low or Dragon's Wing block. Notice the alignment, the angle that I'm loading on, the angle that I'm hugging myself with. It's an angle that I want to find the same lines, parallel lines of when I go to make this block. Third thing to notice, we've got a big block here. Okay, but I don't want my elbows to sag and drop downwards. I've got a big block here. My elbow should be aligned with my shoulder, and this block should be headed out parallel with my forearm here. So I've got my forearm making one line, my knife hand making one line, and that all should be parallel as well with my straight leg. So I've got three parallel lines here that should all be hopefully parallel. We'll see when we actually go into the editing process of the video. Speaking of pizzazz, Dragon's Wing block, a little bit like John Travolta's move from Saturday Night Fever, am I right? Huh? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's look at this from a couple different angles. In my opinion, pineapple does belong on pizza. Thanks for sticking it out with me for another month, and I'll see y'all again when September begins.